everybody look at the anchor chart that says standard form at the top. We're going to talk about this really quick. Today's lesson is all about different ways to read and write numbers. Let me put this on. When we go for the fire drill, we're not going to worry about face shields. We don't have time. Okay, so just make sure your mask is on and up. I've got to clean this. It's getting harder and harder to see. Okay. So we're going to look at the page that says standard form. What is the definition of standard form? Carla. What is standard form?
Standard form is a way to write number but only using digits.
Good. A way to write number using only digits. So standard form is the way we think of numbers, where we just have it written with digits. We have a 1-digit number, the number 1, a 2-digit number, the number 48, a 3-digit number, the number 223, a 4-digit number, 6,350, 5 digits, 50,989, 6 digits, 121,746, and 7 digits, 3,632,005. So the standard form is just the regular old way that we use, that we write numbers, that we see numbers. Okay? Pause for 1 second. I'm going to go change. While I'm changing the page, look at the sheet that says expanded form. So make sure to turn to the page that says expanded form. Okay, so what is expanded form, Victoria?
A way to write the numbers as a sum of the value of each digit.
Good. So expanded form is where we're basically writing a math problem, an addition problem, using the value of each digit. So this is where knowing place value comes in handy. Make sure you're focusing. I see a lot of people just staring off into space, and you need to be focusing. If you're not listening, and this is not going to help you at all. So, if, for example, we have the number 35. Well, we know 5 is in the ones place. A 5 in the ones place is worth 5. We have a 3 in the tens place. A 3 in the tens place is worth 30. So 35, written in expanded form, is 30 plus 5. Here we have the number 99. We have a 9 in the ones place. It's worth 9. We have a 9 in the tens place. It's worth 90. So in expanded form, 99 is 90 plus 9. Here we have the number 132. We have a 2 in the ones place. A 2 in the ones place is worth 2. We have a 3 in the tens place. A 3 in the tens place is worth 30. And we have a 1 in the hundredths place. A 1 in the hundredths place is worth how much, class? How much is a 1, class?
100.
100. So 132 written in expanded form is 100 plus 30 plus 2. Now we have 8,456. Well, we have a 6 in the ones place. How much is a 6 in the ones place worth, class?
6.
6. We have a 5 in the tens place. How much is a 5 in the tens place worth, class?
50.
50. We have a 4 in the hundredths place. How much is a 4 in the hundredths place worth, class?
40. 400.
4 in the hundredths place is worth how much, class?
400.
400. And then we have an 8 in the thousands place. How much is an 8 in the thousands place worth?
8,000.
8,000. So 8,456 in expanded form is 8,000 plus 4,000 plus 50 plus 6. sorry, 400. I did the same thing as Cullen. I just did the opposite. She went one place down. I went one place up. Sorry. 8,000 plus 400 plus 50 plus 6. So see, we all make mistakes. Okay, everybody good on expanded form. We're going to talk about it even more in a minute. Okay, I'm going to go change the page. while I'm changing the page, go ahead and look at word form. Kingston, what is word form? A way to write numbers using only words. So when we write numbers in word form, there are no digits, there are only letters and words. Remember, a letter is like a digit, a word is like a number. Does everybody understand what I mean when I say that? Numbers are made up of digits. These are digits. 1 and 5 are digits, 15 is the number. A word is made up of letters. F-I-F-T-E-E-N are letters. 15 is the word. So it's similar, but now word form means we're writing it with words. So the number 15 becomes the word 15. The number 63 becomes the words 63. The number 512 becomes the words 512. The number 4,709 becomes the words 4,709. The number 1,882,436 becomes the words 1,882,436. Notice there are no ands in any of this. When you write in word form, when you write numbers in word form, there is no such thing as writing an and. You would not write 4,709. Do not do that. Does everybody understand? Are you going to put the word and in your word form class?
No.
No. And is only used when we are writing fractions or mixed numbers in word form. I'm not going to tell you why, because that will confuse you, but you'll find out in the spring. If you write the word and, I'm going to think you're trying to write a fraction, and I'm going to say, oh, we're not working with fractions. This person's wrong. Boop. Points off. Do not write and. Just write the word 1,882,436. This is where that anchor chart that I gave you that says how to say numbers at the top will come in handy. So you may want to bring that home or have that out when you're doing this work. Okay, very good. You can go ahead, put these to the side. Make sure you have your math book out. And then I'm going to do some examples. I'm going to show you a little bit of something. Thank you, Smith. And then we will go ahead and get into the example. Okay, so before we begin, everybody eyes up here. I have the number 1,462. Now, who's used base 10 blocks before? Who's used base 10 blocks before? These. I think in the next chapter you'll each get your own to play with. You guys at home, I'll have to figure out how to get it to you. But for now, I'm just going to use them. Okay, so I want to write the number 1,462 using base 10 blocks. Yes, Carla, quickly. I can't hear you.
I have some.
Okay, cool. So I don't have to worry about it. Cool. Yes, Victoria, quickly.
Oh, no, sorry. I was raising my hand and like Jesus.
Oh, okay. So pay attention. So, to use base 10 blocks to show 1,462, first, I would need how many 1's cubes? Zadie?
2.
2. 1, 2. How many 10 rods would I need? Smith?
6.
6. 1. All my magnets are falling off. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Oops. How many hundredths flats would I need? Michaela? 4. Now I'm going to have to draw these because the magnets that I put, they never stick. So I'll draw 4 hundredths flats. And how many thousands cubes? Victoria? 1. Which again. So we have the number 1,462. How much are these 2 ones cubes? How many ones cubes do we have right here? Zadie.
2.
How many ones cubes do we have right here? Colin?
6.
We have 6 ones cubes. We have 6 10 rods, but how many ones cubes make up 6 10 rods?
10.
6. How many ones cubes make up 6 10 rods? 10 ones cubes make 1 10 rod. But how many ones cubes make up 6 10 rods? Aaron?
60.
60. So we know we have 2 ones cubes here. We have 60 ones cubes here. Because remember, there are 10 ones cubes in a 10 rod. So if we have 6 10 rods, that means we have 60 ones cubes. How many ones cubes are in 4 hundredths flats? Well, first, how many ones cubes are in 1 hundredths flat? Victoria? How many ones cubes are in 1 hundredths flat? 100. So, how many ones cubes are in 4 hundredths flats? 400. Now, how many ones cubes are in 1,000 cube? How many ones cubes are in 1,000 cube? Aaron?
1,000.
1,000. So, how many ones cubes are in 1,000 cube?
1,000.
1,000. If we had 2, how many would there be?
2,000.
2,000. Good. So, we have 1,000, we have 400, we have 60, and we have 2. I'm going to put this down because there's no magnet big enough that will hold that. I feel all flustered now from that fire drill. So if we add all of these together, what are we going to get? If we add all of these values together, what are we going to get? Smith?
1,462.
Very good. Based on what we learned earlier, what form did I just write this number in? What form did I just write this number in, Michaela? Expanded form. Very good. Okay, so now let's go ahead and look at our textbook. And I would like for Erin to read the sentences under the title. While she is reading out loud, everybody read in your head. Those of you at home, if you can't hear her, she's going to read the whole piece under the title. Okay, but Erin, try to read really loud, like almost to where you feel like you might be yelling. Not screaming, but yelling. So that hopefully they can hear you. Okay, go ahead.
Place value charts show the value of each digit.
Well, we already know that. A place value chart places everything in a place so that we know where it is and how much it's worth. Keep going.
A group of these digits is called a period.
Read that again. It doesn't say these.
A group of 3 digits is called a period.
Good. Underline that. A group of 3 digits is called a period. Remember, we have the ones period that has a ones, tens, and hundreds place. We have the thousands period that has the thousands, the 10,000s, and the 100,000s place. And then we've looked at the millions period, which has what 3 places in it? What 3 places does the millions period have in it? What 3 places? You should be able to tell this because it's a pattern. Aaron?
The
the thousands and millions?
Nope, those are the period names. We know the ones period has the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place. The thousands period has the thousands, the 10,000s, and the 100,000s place. So the millions period has the, Carla?
The 1 million period, the 10,000 mil,
Oh.
10 million period.
Not period, but place. They're
Place.
in the millions period, so we have the 1 millions place, the 10 millions place, and the,
And the 100 place.
not the hundreds place, the hundred.
The 100 million place.
Very good. So in the millions period, we have the millions, the 10 millions, and the 100 millions place. Remember, each period has the ones, tens, and hundreds. But if you're in the tens place, in the millions period, it's not worth 10, it's worth 10 million. But we'll look at that, we'll look at a place value chart in just a minute. Aaron, finish out.
Commas separate the periods. At each comma, they say the name of the period.
At each comma, say the name of the period. Try not to add words. Go slow. Go slow. There's no shame in reading slowly to make sure that you read it correctly and you don't add or take out words. Good. So we already know commas separate each period. So between the ones period and the thousands period, there's a comma. Between the thousands period and the millions period, there's a comma. And then every place after that. So that means every 3 digits, we put a what? Every 3 digits, what is our number going to have? Cullen?
A comma.
A comma. Very good. At each comma, we say the name of the period. Is there a comma after the ones? Class?
No.
No. So are we going to say the name of the ones period?
No.
No, never. But do you see 1, 2, 3, comma? If we made 2,981,462, we have 1, 2, 3, comma, 1, 2, 3, comma, and if our number kept going, we would keep going 1, 2, 3, comma, and so on. Every time you go to a comma, you say the name of the period. 2,981,462, no comma, no period name. Okay, let's go ahead and look at example 1. Helper number 1, quickly come up and erase, and then sanitize your hands when you get back. I will be right back. I'm going to change the page, or I'm going to go down. Everybody look at example 1. Finger or pencil on example 1. Okay, finger or pencil on example 1. When I see everybody at school's finger or pencil on example 1, at home I'm going to assume that your finger or your pencil is on example 1. Sit up. Okay, read in your head while I read out loud. Scientists found that a Goonie bird once traveled 24,983 miles. That's probably important, so I'm going to put a box around it, and you should too. In just 90 days. I'm going to underline that because I'm going to put a box around it. I'm not sure. It could be important. We may go and erase that box later. Use a place value chart to read the number of miles that the Goonie bird traveled. That's our question, so I'm going to underline it. When we're doing math, is a question always going to be followed by a question mark?
No.
Is this actually a question? Colin?
No.
It's not asking you to do anything. It's telling you to do something, which is another type of sentence that we'll learn tomorrow called a command. So that means even though there's no question mark, this is what we're doing. This is what the problem that we are solving. Do we need that information about 90 days to solve this? Do we look at the problem? Do we need that information about 90 days to solve this problem? Cullen?
No.
No. So we can go ahead and erase the box around 90 days because all we need is this number of miles. Because all the problem is having us do is use a place value chart to read that number. So now what we're going to do, even though they already put it in the place value chart, we're going to use our pencils to do it ourselves. Where do we start when we put the number? Do we start on this side? Raise your hand. Do we start on this side? Michaela?
No.
Why? What might happen if we start over here?
You'll add too many numbers.
I'll add too many numbers or not enough. Because if I started on this side and I wasn't paying attention and I did this, do not do this, just look. Then there's nothing there. Can we write a number that way? And now the 2 is in what place? Michaela?
Not the 1 place.
Look at this 2 in your look at the 2. What place did I put it in because I did it wrong?
The 100.
The hundreds? Is this just the hundreds?
The 100,000.
The 100,000s. Is this digit in the 100,000s place? No. So we do not start on the left. We start on the what, Michaela? Right. So we start with the end of the number when we fill out a place value chart. So I'm going to take the 3, and then next is an 8. Even though it's already written, you guys need to be using your pencil to go over it. Then we have a 9. Then I have a 4, and then I have a 2. Does it matter if we have a blank box at the beginning of a number? Colin?
No.
No. It only matters if we have a blank box at the end. That means we messed up somewhere. Because they're always, if we have a number, there's always going to be something in the ones place, even if it's a 0. So if we get to the end and we have a blank box on the right, we made a mistake. If we have a blank box on the left, that's okay. Bless you. Because it just means it's not that big. So now we have this. Read this sentence right underneath the place value chart. Ethan, read the sentence underneath the place value chart out loud, almost to where you feel like you're yelling. If you cannot hear him, girls at home, we are only reading this little bit of text right underneath the place value chart.
The comma is after the thousands period. Say 1,000 when reading the number.
Very good. So we see, use your pencil, we have that comma right after the thousands period. Here is the thousands period. We have a 1,000s, a 10,000s, and a 100,000s place. We have 1, 2, 3 places, and then a comma. This comma is after the thousands period. Remember, whenever we get to a comma, we say the name of the period that comes before the comma. So, when we say this word, we would just look at what this number is. What is this number? If I cover everything else up, what number do I have? Victoria? 24. So all I do is I look at the number before the comma and I say it. 24. Then I get to the comma and I say the name of the period. 24,000. Then I cover up the thousands period and I have the ones period. Inside the ones period, I have a ones place, a tens place, and a hundreds place. Do I say the name of this period ever? Class?
No.
No. So I already covered up the ones period and said 24, got to the comma, said the name of the period, 1,000. Now I'm going to cover up the thousands period and say just this number. What is just this number right here? It's in your book, so you don't need to be able to see. What is just this number right here? Carla, don't forget to unmute yourself.
It's
If we cover up the thousands, oh, sorry, say it again.
it's 983.
983. Do we have a comma here, class?
No.
So do we say the name of this period?
No.
No. So it's just 24,983. Is everybody with me?
Yes.
24,983. So that means that the Goonie bird traveled 24,983 983 miles. What form did they write this answer in? What form did they write this answer in? Zari? What form did they write this answer in?
They wrote it in expanded form.
Is this expanded form?
No, word form.
Word form. Good. They wrote this in word form. What form is this in? What form is this number in? Aaron?
Standard form.
Standard form. It's just written in digits. So we have expanded form, standard form, word form. Very good. This next few sentences is going to be a review for us, but Smith, go ahead and read the paragraph at the bottom.
There are different ways to write numbers. Standard form or number names only uses digits to show the number.
Pause. Underline that sentence. Standard form or number names, which we're not really going to use that word, only uses digits to show the number. We're not really going to use the term number names, but if you see it, it means standard form. I don't think you'll see it. Okay, Smith, go ahead and read the next sentence and then pause.
Expanded form shows the number as a sum of the values of each digit.
Okay, so expanded form shows the number as the sum of the values of each digit, like this. When we have sum, what operation are we talking about? When we see the word sum, what operation? S-U-M, not S-O-M-E. S-U-M. What operation are we talking about? Smith?
We are talking about addition.
Addition. So that means expanded form needs to have a what symbol? Smith?
A plus sign.
A plus sign. Very good. Okay, and then Smith, read that last sentence.
Word form shows the number only using words.
Word form shows the number only using words. Go ahead and underline that. Okay, very good. Is everybody with us so far? Thumbs up, or I have a question. Please do not be afraid to ask a question. Okay, so everybody, finger or pencil on example 2. When I see everybody's finger or pencil on example 2, we will continue. Okay, so example 2, read in your head while I read out loud. The population of Botswana is about 1,882,000. Write this number in standard form, expanded form, and word form. So first what we're going to do is we're going to fill out our place value chart. Do I start on the left or do I start on the right, class? Right. I start on the right with the last digit. So I want you to use your pencil to do the same thing. Just go over the numbers that they have. Sometimes I feel like this math book does a little too much for you guys, but whatever. Okay, so I'm going to start with the 0, and then the 0 in the tens place, the 0 in the hundredths. To remind myself that a comma comes every 3 digits, I'm going to go over the comma too. Then I have a 2 in the thousands, an 8 in the 10,000s, another 8 in the 100,000s. I have 1, 2, 3 digits, so there's my comma. And then I have a 1 in the millions place. I don't have anything in the 10 millions or the 100 millions, but that's okay. I don't need to have anything in these places. Okay, so now I need to read this word. First, let's read the word. Remember, we start on the left and we cover up all the other periods. So I only have the millions period showing. What is the number in the millions period? Just tell me, what is this number that I'm showing? Cullen?
1 million.
Nope, just tell me the number.
1.
1. So 1, then I say the name of the period that comes before, which is the
Million.
millions period. So 1 million. Then I'm going to cover up everything but the thousands period. What number do I have here, Cullen? Just tell me the number that you see.
882.
882. I come to a comma, so I say the name of the period, which is? Thousands. And then I have nothing. Am I going to say 0? No, I'm not going to say 1,882,000, 0. I don't need to do that. All I'm going to say, if I have zeros in a period, I just won't say that period at all. I just won't say it because there's nothing in it, so I don't need to say it. So I have 1,882,000, and that's it. 1,882,000. Is everybody with me on how to say this number? Okay, so now I have to write the number in standard form. Zadie, they filled in part of the number for us. What digit goes here? 1. They already have this 8. What digit goes here?
8.
What digit goes here?
2.
They already have this 0. What digit goes here?
0.
And what digit goes here?
0.
So I have standard form. I have just my digits. 1,882,000. That's it. I don't say 0. Very good. So I have it in standard form, which is using digits. Now I need to write it in expanded form, which means I'm taking the values. So they already have this. A 1 in the millions period is worth how much? I'm sorry, a 1 in the millions place is worth how much, Zadie? 1 million. Now I have an 8 in the 100,000s place. How much is that worth?
800.
Very good. 800,000. Make sure you have enough digits. Then I have an 8 in the 10,000s. They already wrote it for us. How much is an 8 in the 10,000s place worth?
80,000.
80,000. Now what comes next? I have a 2 in the thousands place, so that's worth
2,000.
2,000. Don't forget commas even when you just have 4 digits. Please, when you're a grown-up or you're in high school or middle school or whatever, you don't have to put that comma. But in elementary school and probably middle school too, you have to put that comma even in a 4-digit number. Does everybody understand? Unless you're talking about a year. If you're talking about a year, don't put the comma. If you're talking about a number that has 4 digits, put the comma. Now, do we have to write plus 0, 0, 0? If you have zeros, you do not have to write, because how much is a 0 in the hundredths place worth?
0.
0. How much is a 0 in the tens place worth?
0.
How much is a 0 in the ones place worth?
0.
You do not have to do this. Plus 0, plus 0, plus 0. Don't worry about that. If there is a 0 in any place, you do not have to write plus 0. If it helps you to remember, go ahead. If you don't need it, don't do it. Good. So 1,882,000 looks like 1 million plus 800,000 plus 80,000 plus 2,000 in expanded form. We have the sum of the values. Good. Now last, we're going to write it in word form. Spelling counts. So that means, what might you want to have out with you and take home with you? Michaela? Your speller's dictionary. All these words should be in there. All the names of the period and the periods and the places are right here in your book. But if you need help spelling a number, make sure that you use that speller's dictionary. So we already have the word 1 million. Now we need what word goes here. Look at what we already have. So what word goes here?
8.
Just 8. Because we have the 100 right here. So 1,800,000. Now we have 80. Can't forget about that. 82,000. So 1,882,000. So however you say the word, you're just writing those words. Yes, Cullen, quickly.
I don't have my dictionary.
Where is it?
I think my mom got the wrong one.
Okay.
I think she got the second.
Well, you can use that for now, but you do need the other one because it's got more words in it, and you're writing more words. So, do you have anything right now?
No.
Okay. Just do your best. Actually, you can go see one of the skinny dictionaries down there. All the number words should be in there. So you can use one of those to help you. It's just that's also going to have definitions. So it's just a little bigger. Okay, very good. Is everybody with me on how to write numbers in standard form, expanded form, and word form? For word form, however you say the number is how you write it. Okay, let's look at the guided practice, and then you'll have some time to do the independent practice. Just a few minutes, but we'll have time after PE too. Okay. So, Michaela, go ahead and erase. Everybody, go ahead and start looking at the guided practice. We're going to do that together, and then I will let you loose. Okay, so number 1 says, the directions for number 1 and 2 say write each number in standard form. So, number 1, we have what form? What form is number 1 written in? What form is this?
It is word form.
Word form. And we need to write it in standard form. So we need to write the digits. We have 349,025. So, tell me the digits. Don't forget to tell me where a comma goes. So what's our first digit in 349,025? What digit comes first? Sorry. Let's look at it. We see the word thousand. That's the name of the period, right, Zari?
Yes.
So let's cover everything else up. We have 349. How do we write 349? Tell me the digits. Zari, cover everything up, the thousand and everything that comes after. And we have 349. How do we write 349?
You have to write the 3.
3. Then a.
4.
Then a.
9.
9. Now we have the name of a period. So what comes next? We know we say the name of a period when we get to what type of punctuation mark?
Period.
Not a period. Comma. Please don't call out. A comma. That's where example 1 will help you. It says in example 1, it says whenever you get to a comma, you say the name of a period. So now we've got the thousands period. Now we need to write the ones period. What number do we have? If we cover everything up, okay, we'll take some time later to do this. If we cover everything up, the word thousand and everything that comes before, what do we have, Zari?
25.
25. Can we do this? Can we just put a 25?
No.
No. Do we have anything in the hundredths place when we say 25? Is there anything in the hundredths place?
No.
No. So that means what digit goes in the hundredths place? We can't skip places. So what do we have to put to show that there's nothing in the hundredths place?
A 0.
A 0. Very good. So don't forget, if your period comes later and if your ones period does not have enough digits, check and see if one of them needs to be a 0. Is everybody with us on how to do that? Okay, thank you, Zari. Number 2. What form is number 2 written in? Cullen.
Expanded.
Expanded form. We have 400,000 plus 90,000 plus 2,000 plus 800 plus 10 plus 4. So now we need to write this in standard form. Let's start on the right because we know 4 by itself is in what place?
Ones.
Ones. Then we have 10. What place? What digit? What place is that?
Tens.
What digit has to be in the tens place to be worth 10?
A 0.
A 0? That would mean it's worth nothing. Erin, can you help her out?
1.
1. 110 is worth 10. Now we have 800. That's the hundredths place. What digit in the hundredths place would be worth 800?
8.
8. We have 1, 2, 3 digits, so what comes next?
Comma.
A comma. Now we have 2,000. What digit in the thousands place is worth 2?
2.
Now we have 90,000. What digit in the 10,000s place is worth 90,000?
9.
And then we have 400,000. What digit in the 100,000s place would be worth 400,000?
4.
4. So read this number, Cullen.
492. 814.
So say that whole number together.
4,000.
Nope. You don't say the name of the period until you get to the comma.
492,814.
Good. Remember, you don't say the name of the period until you get to the comma. So I would never, ever, ever say 4,092 whatever. I would say 492,814. Okay, very good. Now, number 3. We're just going to do this, and then as soon as we're done with number 4, we're going to go into reading. Number 3, 492,032. You're writing it in expanded form and word form. So first, Michaela, let's write it in expanded form. This 4, we do need to start when we are writing a number when we are given a number in standard form, we do have to start on the left. So, this 4, how much is it worth? How much is this 4 worth? Only 4,000. What place is it in? If you can't remember, start on the right. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. So 4 in the 100,000s place is worth how much? 400,000 plus, not 9,000. What place is this? You can start on the right and start naming places. What place is this? Start on the right and start naming places. Ones, tens, hundreds, 10,000. So a 9 in the 10,000s is worth how much? Is there such a thing as 9 10,000s? What is it? You take the digit, you multiply it by 10, and then say the name of the period. So 9 times 10 is, what's 9 times 10? Ooh, you gotta work on your math facts. You're supposed to know that. What's 9 times 10? Who can tell her what's 9 times 10? Victoria?
90.
90. We're in what period? Michaela, we're in what period? There's no such thing as a 100,000s period. There's a 100,000s place, but that's over here. What period are we in? This is the ones period. This is the... So we said 9 times 10 is 90. Then we say the name of the period, which is the... So, no, we're just the thousands. Remember, ones, thousands. So 9 times 10 is 90. We're in the thousands period, so this 9 in the 10,000s is worth how much? Can somebody help her out? Colin?
90,000.
90,000. Plus, how much is this 2 worth, Michaela? It's only worth 1,000. There's a 2 though. I can't hear you. Are we in the 10,000s place? Michaela, remember, the only time you would not say the name of the digit and then the place is when you're in the 10,000. So this 2 is in what place in the number? Start at the right and start naming places until you get to the 2 if you need to. Michaela, look at the number. Use your finger, point to each digit, and say the name of the place. This is the... Then move over one, and it's the... I can't hear you. So a 2 in the thousands place is worth how much? 2,000. Then we have what? But what digit do we have? 0 is worth how much no matter what? 0. So do we even have to put that in our expanded form? No. Then we have a 3. How much is this 3 worth? 30. Then we have a 2. How much is it worth? 2. So we have 400,000 plus 90,000 plus 2,000 plus 30 plus 2. If you cannot remember place value and all of that and how to figure out what the number is, you need to look back at example 1 on lesson 1 or at that place value anchor chart that I gave you yesterday or the other day that looks like this. Okay, now we have to write it in word form. So we're going to write the word 400. We're going to look at what's before the comma and we're going to write that number. 492. Then we're at a comma, so we write the name of the period, 1,000. Then we look at what comes after the comma. We don't say 0, so it's just 32. 492,032. Okay, number 4. Let's do it really quick and then we'll do reading. Okay, we need to do this quickly. So who feels comfortable doing number 4? Who feels comfortable doing number 4 out loud? Kingston? Okay. We need to do it in expanded form too. So how much is this 3 worth? How much is this 3 worth? You said you were ready. Aaron, are you ready? Okay, how much is this 3 worth?
3,000.
Is it? Look at the number.
3 million.
3 million. Make sure you are putting enough zeros. Girls, somebody at home isn't muted, and so I can hear some. So check to make sure that you're muted. This 0 is worth 0, so do we include it? How much is this 2 worth?
20,000.
20,000 plus
8. Not 8.
Think about what place it's in. Bless you. Make sure that you leave that on.
8,000.
Especially. 8,000 plus, is this anything? These 2 zeros? So we can skip them. So plus
Plus 2.
2. Then, when we write the number, we're just going to cover it up. So we have 3 comma, so we write the name of the period, which is 3 million. Then we have what number, Aaron? Between these, just tell me the number. What number do you see?
28.
28. But now we have a comma, so we write the name of the period that came before, which is the
Million.
thousand. So 28,000. If we cover everything up at the last period, we have the number 2. Do we write the name of the ones period? No. So we have 3,028,002. Remember, no ands. Okay, so we should have time after PE to do the independent practice. So we'll do that later. So go ahead, close your math books. Put, as soon as finish writing, finish the answer, then close your math books and put them away. Put your anchor charts in your math folder on the anchor chart side, and then get out your reading textbook and your vocabulary notebook.